So as you guys are aware, there is a lot of drama right now surrounding CD Projekt Red's brand new game, The Witcher 4, for a multitude of different reasons. Some people don't like the fact that Ciri isn't exactly the most attractive that she's ever been. Some people don't like the lore fact of making her into a Witcher, which has never happened in the books. Some people don't like a bunch of things regarding this new game that's coming up. But one of the things that people are doing is they're looking into who's actually working the game because they're trying to find understanding as to why all of this is happening. And to be honest with you guys, you're never going to get a full understanding. Just understand that these developers are usually psychopaths, okay? I feel like it's a lot easier for you to just go through life understanding that a lot of these developers, unfortunately, are psychopaths, and the ones that are normal will never be able to be normal because they're surrounded by those psychopaths. But apparently, CD Projekt Red's franchise and lore designer is former games journalist who apparently wants to punch gamers. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a CD Projekt Red franchise and lore designer was someone who used to be a games journalist, which I don't know how he did that, and he wants to punch gamers. They're essentially going through some of his older tweets to see what's the ideology like over at CD Projekt Red and how is it that we've gotten to where we are. So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Polls. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So CD Projekt Red's franchise and lore designer, Sian Maher, is a former writer at The Gamer. Oh, man, The Gamer. Okay. How the hell did a writer at The Gamer become a franchise and lore designer over at CD Projekt Red? I mean, at this point, I have no idea. The Gamer, who has made it clear that he does not like gamers and even wants to punch them. Yeah, I don't understand why you would work for a website called The Gamer and then not like gamers. It's the weirdest thing. YouTuber The Reviewer Wildtake investigated Maher's history and specifically a number of posts that he made to X where he shared his desire to commit violence against gamers and expressed his disdain for them. The reviewer Wildtake first noted that Maher's video game career did not begin in development work, but that he was an associate editor and eventually lead features editor at thegamer.com from September 2020 to December of 2021. Again, I don't understand. How the hell did a writer from The Gamer go from writing on a games journalist website to a franchise and lore designer over at CD Projekt Red of all companies? I can understand working on an indie title or something like that and building your resume, but I don't understand that massive of a leap. I just don't. Anyway, he then became associate editor at GLHF Entertainment AB, which describes itself as a company that provides best-in-class written and video content to some of the world's biggest publishers. He only stayed there for 4 months before becoming games consultant in August of 2022. He then joined CD Projekt Red in April of 2023. So wait a second. So he became a freelance games consultant? So he joined that grift? He became a consultant. You know, man, this word consultant is so obviously a grift for people who want to get paid to have a fake job. That's really what it is, man. This started heavily in 2020 and has just extrapolated to just the moon. It's insane where we are at right now with consultants. They do absolutely fucking nothing. Next, he began digging into his post history on X by doing simple keyword searches for gamers and others, which quickly populates how much disdain he has for gamers. In July of 2022, he shared a Bernie Sanders meme that reads, "I am once again asking for you to stop being toxic little weirdos." And this was, again, in 2022. So I think he was already with CD Projekt Red at the time. In June of 21, he wrote, "Law school being easier than dealing with gamers says everything anyone needs to know about this gig, laughing my ass off." So he clearly hated his job. I mean, it's pretty obvious. He clearly hated his job. He didn't like working at the Gamer because it's the only job he probably could have got at the time. And he clearly doesn't like gamers. So why was he working there? I have no idea. In December 2020, he complained that being a games journalist was difficult. The thing I find funny about gamers complaining about how good games journalists have it is like, If you think this job is so incredibly well paid, it's not, and easy, it's not. Why don't you just do it yourself? Bill, because nobody wants to be a games journalist. That's what it is. Like, most people don't want to be a games journalist because you guys have absolutely ruined the image of what it means to be a games journalist. It's really sad because back in the day, 10 years ago, games journalism was the thing, man. That was awesome. Imagine just having, like, in the magazines, game magazines, everything, Game Informer. It was great. Now, you motherfuckers have ruined that image so bad that nobody wants to even come close to getting a job as a games journalist. At least not most people anyway. It's sad, but it's true. I'm sure at some point in time in the future, once games journalism dies, I'm sure it'll have a revival with actual real games journalists again. But as of right now, you fake ass activists pretending to be games journalists, yeah, nobody wants to be like you, man. Nobody at all. Then he says that in November 2020, he posted the gamers are already bad enough. Then in January of 2020, he indicated he wanted to punch gamers. In August, wait, let me read his tweet. Hold on. In 2020, I want muscles so I can effectively punch gamers and also so I can carry cute people and dogs of any size easily. You're fucking weird, bro. CN Maher says, I didn't realize until this tweet, but this is now also what I want. Okay, so this is him. Christina, you want to punch gamers or you want CG to punch you? Me and Caitlyn will punch gamers together. Bro, it's okay. I would love to see Caitlyn try to throw a punch. Let's be honest here. In August of 2020, his arrogance was on display. He responded to Inverse writer Mark Hill, don't worry, we are the true game. Oh, he's the true gamers. Yeah, the journalists. The journalists are the true gamers. You know what's sad? They probably convince all of the AAA studios or studios in general that this is true, right? They convince them that this is true. These journalists, they can't even get past the basic bitch difficulty of most video games. They're the true gamers. Yeah, listen to them, boys. Listen to them. This is why the Game Awards utilizes them at a 90% ratio for the vote. It's because they've convinced everybody that they're the true gamers, that they know what gamers want, that they're the arbiters of everything gaming, and you have to listen to them because they are the games journalists. It is such a pathetic thing. As a reviewer, Wildtake also points out he has no qualms praising massive lore-breaking shows such as Netflix's The Witcher and The Rings of Power, despite his job being a lore designer, which one would assume is to stay true to the lore. Yeah, these people don't give a crap. They don't give a crap. They're going to actively try to insert themselves and their ideology at the moment's notice, and it doesn't matter whether or not the lore gets destroyed in the process. They don't care. They don't care. Concerning Rings of Power, he wrote in 2023, Tolkien fans obsessed with accuracy are so effing weird. Nobody cares about this adaptation. Why do you care about any adaptation then? The only reason you're upset about Rings of Power is because critiquing it allows you to pretend your vitriol and bigotry have value. Wow. You are coping, sir. To no surprise, he's projecting as in his next post, he claims that Sam has brown skin. What's also funny is that most of the loudest Tolkien fans online constantly telling themselves, you read the books, yeah, cool, so you know Sam has dark skin. How accurate was it to cast Sean Astin then? What's that? Speak up, please. I can't hear you. Where are you going? Regarding Netflix's The Witcher show, he wrote, annoys me when people say Netflix's Witcher writers don't respect the lore. They have made sweeping changes. Yes, some of them have been questionable. Others have been outright bad, but it is crystal clear that they love and respect Sapkowski's books. That is lazy criticism. He is also a proponent of transgender ideology. I mean, this guy is, listen, he's rolling down the steps, right? Like every step he takes is another progressive ideology, and he's catching all of them as he falls down the step. So it's very clear that he's going to do what he can to try to defend all this nonsense. And I'm sure if you go down his history, you're going to find a lot more worse shit to go over. So ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, this is just one person, right? It's one person amongst many people working at CD Projekt Red. It doesn't mean The Witcher's going to be bad, right? It doesn't mean Witcher 4 is going to be bad, but it is interesting to learn who's working on these games. And they try to hide this information as much as humanly possible. And that's where YouTubers come into play. Full transparency. Here's these people. Here's what they're working on. Here's what they said. You make up your own mind from here. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it if you get to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.